Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the new KitKat Chunky Salted Caramel Fudge. So there we go. So yeah, basically salted caramel, it's the new in thing, isn't it? Everything's salted caramel at the moment. Well, KitKat tried to do a bit of a different take on it by salted caramel fudge. I don't know exactly what the difference is. Fudge is a bit more chewy. So yeah, so let's see if it's something a bit different. But yeah, so KitKat's not many sweets companies in the UK are doing sort of, more quirky flavours, and KitKat seems to be the only ones doing them really at the moment. Their regular KitKats, the four-fingered bar variety, have many different flavours, and the KitKat Chunkies themselves have quite a few as well. The peanut butter, the New York cheesecake, are there any others? There's a white chocolate one that sometimes you see knocking around, and the salted caramel fudge, of course. Don't think it's limited edition either, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so quite interesting, but unfortunately, salted caramel is kind of the it's all over the place at the moment. Every man and his dog is kind of doing a salted caramel something, aren't they? Really, So bit of a So I don't know. Perhaps it's a bit of a cop out for KitKat to have chosen this one, but it is a popular flavour at the moment. So there we go. Yeah, so that's quite nice. I'm not quite sure what this blue and white stripe affair is about. I don't know how that represents fudge at all or salted caramel. I don't know if it's something I'm not aware of, but it's certainly something I've not seen before. So I don't know, let me know in the comments if you recognise what that's about, but well, maybe it's just a colour branding, so who knows. Alright, so as you don't know, as I mentioned, I sort of hinted at the regular KitKats. Basically, normal KitKats are a 2 or a 4-fingered bar of chocolate, and they're all sort of together really, and it's, they have to break them, snap them off, these different fingers. And it's basically chocolate covered wafer really, but the wafer's sort of has a few layers separated by chocolate as well, as you can see there. And basically the KitKat Chunky is a bigger version of one of those fingers. Basically that's what it's meant to be. Although it is a lot smaller than it used to be, I'm sure. It's they're quite tiny now, but still big. The regular KitKat finger is a lot smaller than this. So there we go. Right, have a KitKat. So it's got the usual stuff on there. Slogan. Yeah, it looks quite nice. You can see the sort of the way the sort of the branding for this particular variety. It's partition there. Yeah, that's all right. And the KitKat, obviously, regular KitKat branding here as well. What else does it say? Do we have anything else on it? In particular, we do have. Well, it says per serving. I'm quite sure a serving. Yeah, 1 bar is 1 serving. So we've got 200. It's a bit small writing. Let's see. It's 226 calories, 12.9 grams of fat, 7.2 of which is saturates. That's fine anyway. It's quite hard to, well, basically I'm wearing contact lenses at the moment, and they're not quite as good as my glasses, is the gist of it. So there we go. But yeah, it's very small print. So I'm sure it's about 226 calories. I think it is. 12.9 grams of fat. 7.2 of which is saturates. So there we go, something like that. There we are. Oh yeah, 226 calories. Yeah, it says it even bigger here. So there we go. There we are. Right, so yeah, that's quite nice, but quite regular looking, I think you'd say. Let's measure the flourishes, just so we can see how much we'll lose when we open it. So it's about 15 centimetres roughly at the moment. But yeah, not too much to say. Quite plain branding really, referring and stuff, but it's not too bad. But there's official description: official wafer finger with a salted caramel fudge flavoured topping, covered in milk chocolate. There we go. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, so off we go. So it says the flavoured topping 19%, milk chocolate 61%. Don't know what the rest is. So there we go. Okay, so let's give it an open. Why not? What we're here for. Now it's not too warm today, but might be a bit melty. Let's see. So before we do, I'll just give it a measure at the bottom. So it was about 15 centimetres, wasn't it? I think. Now we're on 11.5 now, so you can see we've lost 3.5 centimetres. So there's a nice smell coming from it. You can see it's partitioned into 3. This one. I'm not sure if all KitKat Chunkies are, but this one is. You can see the KitKat branding there as well. It's flat on the bottom. It's got these it's kind of like a sort of skirting board around the edge. So it's quite a lot thicker at the bottom, you can see it, than at the top. So it's a bit of a cheap way of doing it. So we measured it at the bottom, 11.5. Let's measure at the top. So 10.5 now. So you lose a centimetre. You're losing quite a lot of width as well. So So width at the bottom about 2.9, width at the top about 1.9. Yeah, so there's a centimetre there. Height, obviously the height will be the same all the way around, or it should be. At 1.7. So there we go. So yeah, so it looks quite nice. But yeah, as you can see, it's slightly sort of light brown colour to the chocolate. I think that's because of the caramel in there. I'm not sure. I don't think it's usually that quite lighter brown, but there we go. Okay, let's give it a bit of a snap. We can, so it snapped quite well. So you can see there, I've snapped it. I'm not sure if that's the salted caramel fudge here at the top there. I was expecting perhaps a bit more of a liquidy thing based on this picture on the front, so you can quite see. There, it looks a bit gooey, but there it just looks a bit sort of powdery. Assuming that's the thing. So we're going to cut this in half and let's have a look. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, so it looks like that's the top. So there we go. So it's a bit like a powdery thing there really. It's not like a gooey, it's more like a powder. Which perhaps is what you'd expect. But it's just not really, I don't think, what's represented on the front. That looks a bit sort of gooey and liquidy, a bit, not quite, well not very liquidy, but gooey. And you've certainly not got that. It's more of a powder. Okay, well, let's give it a taste, shall we? Why not? That's what we're here for. Hello everyone. Right, yeah, so, okay. Let's give it a go. Quite sweet. Sweet and salty actually. It does have a good salty taste. A nice crunch as well. Because of all the wafer in there. The caramel's quite nice. Well, the salted caramel fudge. It's quite sort of nice. Well, basically, it tastes salty. You can't really taste much of sort of like a. There is a kind of fudgy taste there, I guess. There is a sweet taste there. It's not too bad really. It's a bit like it's almost got the sort of the feeling of peanut butter, but without the peanut taste. It's got that kind of salty taste to it, and the texture. The salted caramel bars go. It's probably one of the better ones actually, and as I say, it's could be because it's the fudge part of it. Yes, let's have a see. It's got a nice mix of flavours and textures really. Got a nice sort of nice chocolate, which on its own probably wouldn't be the best chocolate in the world, but it's quite sort of thick with the rest of the bar. And you've got the sort of crunchy wafer and the sort of chocolate in between that, which is nice as well. And then of course you've got the sort of salted caramel fudge, which isn't really. I'm not a big fan of fudge because it's too sweet, but it does give you a bit of a sweet taste here, but not overly so. It's more, as I say, it's more. You know, you kind of get a bit of a sweet taste, and then you get the sort of the salt coming through, the salted caramel. So basically, here you go. Here's the sort of this is what it looks like, the actual fudge. You see there, it's quite powdery, isn't it? So I kind of took it apart from the things, but you get quite a lot of it. That's yeah, you can make that out. So I'll say it's quite powdery though. Yeah, that's what you get. But it melts in the mouth. Yeah, I quite like it actually. It's better than I expected. Must admit, my expectations were quite low because I'm not a big fan of fudge, and salted caramel's a bit hit and miss. But I actually quite like this. Yeah, I think it's quite nice. You can see there you get a massive amount of the salted caramel fudge there. I mean, look at that, you can see all that top bit there is all the salted caramel fudge. So you're getting quite a lot there. Let's go halfway through the bar. It doesn't overpower it too much. I don't think it's as nice as the peanut butter one. Of course, if you don't like peanuts or you're allergic to them or whatnot, then this might be the best alternative for you, really, because I think it gives the same sensation, the same kind of salty taste, but just felt like peanut butter taste, of course. But it's not. It's a good close second to it, actually. I think it's a good alternative for people who, assuming you can eat this and there's no peanut contamination in there. It's not too bad. Yeah, I think it's perhaps. There's something not quite right with it, and I can't put my finger on it. I think it's a bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it's not overly. Maybe it's the fact that it's a bit sweet. You know, I think the caramel is a bit sweet because it's fudge, and fudge is quite sweet, notoriously sweet. I think it kind of goes against it for me because I think it's a bit. But it's hard to say. I'm just not a massive fudge fan myself. That's the thing, I think, with me. I'm not a big fudge fan, and it does have that fudge taste, and it's not my favourite flavour, so it kind of detracts from it for me. But I think for other people, especially those who love fudge, I think this would definitely be up your street. And those you can't have the peanut butter KitKat Chunky, I think this would definitely be up your street as well, because it's basically, excuse me, it's basically the same bar really, but just has a different take on it. You know, it's very similar. You know, very similar. The taste, the textures. It's just not quite, as I say, it's not peanut butter taste. It's fudge essentially, but the salted taste is kind of the same. I think it's very close. I think this is a good alternative for those who can't have that. I think for me, as I say, the fudge isn't my favourite flavour, but it does have that sort of sweety, salty, sweet mix of flavours in there, which is pretty good actually, and I think it works well. And I think as fudge goes, this is one of the best fudge flavours out there. I think it's not like a Cadbury fudge that's a bit chewy and stuff. It doesn't really taste like that at all. It really just has the sweet essence of fudge. It doesn't have the sort of the taste, the texture rather, or the chewiness of some fudges. It just adds a bit of a sweet layer to the salt taste, and I think that's not too bad. So I think for me, actually, I'm quite impressed with it. I think for me though, I'd rather, because I prefer the peanut butter KitKat Chunky. It's one of my favourite bars really. I think I'd always pick that one over this one myself, but I think it's a good alternative, as I say, for those who can't have it. And also, if you're a fan of fudge and not a fan of peanut butter, then this is obviously the perfect one for you really. So I think that's my take on it. It's basically, you can either go for the peanut butter one or you can go for this one. And it really just depends on individual taste. For me, I think I'd always go for the peanut butter one, but every now and again maybe I would have this one. They kind of, let's say, they are kind of ticking the same boxes really, and I think it's scratching the same itch if you want to say that. So really it's kind of, just down to whether you like the peanut butter taste or you like the sort of fudgy, sweety taste. Yeah, so there we go. But I think a 4 out of 5 for me. I think I'm impressed with it. It's definitely one of the better. It's definitely better than I thought it was, and definitely one of the better salted caramel, shenanigans that's going on at the moment. Some of them are just a bit rubbish and a bit just a waste of time really. But I quite like this one. I think a 4 out of 5, as I say. Yeah. There we go. I think that sums it up. Well, let me know what you think. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, leave a comment or 3. Follow me on Instagram as well, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.